my angels. So I'm back today with another episode. Hope you're all having a fabulous Monday. I'm on my ones today even. But to be fair, I don't mind it because I'll just talk about myself for an hour. So I actually done a little Q&A on my Instagram, and I feel like I'm getting the same questions. So I thought, you know what, like let's just make it into like a podcast episode anyway, and I can just talk more about it. So a lot of the questions are obviously talking about like body image, the way I look, what have I done, my boobs, still a hot topic, and like my skin and stuff. And I really want to talk about my skin because I do get a lot of skin questions. Now, I am someone that for as long as I can remember my teenage years, I've suffered with my skin on and off, to be fair. Like, for example, when I was about 14, 15, that's when I started getting little bits of acne here and there. Obviously, they're your teenage years and they're your most important years. And I think that's where my insecurities have started from, being in school. Now, when I was younger, went on everything. I'd done all the antibacterial, what are they? Antibiotics. I was on loads of antibiotics when I was younger for my skin. The Duac, I'm sure we've all had to go with the Duac, the little cream, doesn't work. And I remember my friend's sister actually saying, have you ever tried the Diana contraceptive pill? Because, why can't I say contracept, can't say contraceptive pill. And obviously I was 15, so I was like, no, never. And I remember going home to my mum and I had to beg and beg for my mum to let me go on it because obviously it was the pill. And my mum was like, you're not going on the pill, you're 15, definitely not. But I was like, no, please, mum, like, you don't understand. I need it for my skin. And to be fair, I will give credit. It did clear my skin up. Now, it's quite a, I think it's like quite a high risk pill, the Dianet. And you're not allowed on it for like longer than 3 months, something along them lines. And I will say that it did clear my skin. Now, that's not me saying go and jump on the Dianet pill. But that was one thing that did help my skin when I was younger. Not only did it clean my skin, it also gave me massive boobs. I don't know what it was, but it cleaned my skin and I got tits, so it was all as well. Um, so I remember I come off it and my skin was actually okay. I never had like complete acne. I got a blemish like everyone does. I'd say me acne come along in adulthood. So, wow, my skin was awful. I would wake up every day and there'd just be a new spot, and but it wouldn't even just be a spot. It was a boil. I'll get some pictures up because I did used to document it, and they were always like cheek, jaw area. Now, as a makeup artist at the time, I used these big lights that I've got here now. I had them in front of my client, so my client would sit in the chair. So every time I'd turn around and look in the big mirror that was in front of my client, I had them lights on me, and I'd just look at my skin. Alex next to me, my best mate, her skin, his like perfection. She doesn't have a blemish to her name, and I'd walk in and I'd have full blown acne. So it made me so insecure. I used to get regular facials. I was on medical grade skincare, and nothing was budging it. Now, at that time in my life as well, the year 22 to 2023 was like the worst year of my life. Like I lost three friends, or I had three friends pass away in the space of 1 year. They were all 6 months apart. I was just going through a really bad time in my relationship, in my personal life. It was just a really bad time in my life. And they do say that my body just reacts to stress with acne. And also I had full body eczema as well. Now, I had eczema when I was a baby, so I've always been used to it. I still get a little bit now on my leg, but I had full body. It was at the back of my arms. It was in every crease there. My hands, oh my God. I'd come into work and my hands would be blistered. Like, I'd move my hands like that and they just crack. It was just horrendous. And as I said, I was stressed. Like, I was just going through a really bad time in my life. And then I remember just before going on the show, again, I still had acne, and I was always, but it was getting a little bit better. Me mental health was getting a little bit better at this time as well. I'd like, I was, I wasn't in a relationship anymore that I shouldn't have been in, and like my life was on the up. I was going on fucking Love Island. So then, fast forward to going on the show, I was getting like regular facials, and I started this new skincare. Now it was really high medical grade skincare, and I was using like this. Don't get me wrong, the pore pads were amazing. They give you like amazing glass skin, but they were just far too harsh for my skin. It had completely destroyed my skin barrier. So obviously I was on really high grade medical skincare. Then I was in 30-degree heat every single day and wearing makeup. My skin on that show was the pit. There's clips and I think, why would you show that? I'm not joking. I've got boils on my cheeks and I'm like, I don't know why. Why would you show that? Like, it's the worst angle of me ever. um, and it was just shit. It was such a bad, it's been such a big insecurity of mine since I can remember. Now, leaving the show and looking back at it, I was like, this needs to change. I can't carry on like this. My skin it's just not getting any better. So I took it upon myself. I was like, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go cold turkey with skincare. It sounds disgusting, but I'm not using anything. And I didn't for like 4 weeks. Not a bit, and I will get shouted at for this, probably by Ashley. But I just went cold turkey. The only thing I would use on my skin was micellar water to take my makeup off. Then I'd splash my face, maybe put a little bit of moisturiser on. A really, really like light moisturiser, and that was it. And that is what like cured me acne, but it repaired my skin barrier because I weren't using harsh chemicals on my skin. And then I then met the gorgeous Sarah Aurora, and I met her at a cosmetic consult event. Now, by the way, them pads have changed my life. So I met Sarah at an event, and then she was like, why isn't you coming for a facial? She's actually from my area, so I was like, 100%. And I think Sarah's approach to skincare is less is more, and also gentle products. Obviously, she knows what works for everyone's skin, but when I was telling her about what had happened with my skin, she was like, we need to do like a really soft approach on you. I see Sarah every 3-4 weeks now, and I use this. She's got this almond oil, and it's absolutely amazing. It's amazing for getting you. Obviously, I always oil cleanse first anyway, but when I'm actually doing it with getting my makeup off with it as well, it's even more amazing. So we'll use that, and then she got me using Epion's skincare, and again, it's really gentle on my skin. So I use the firming cleanser. Then I also use the light moisturiser, but in between I use the Tia Milky Toner, and I've just started using a Medicube collagen toner as well. I'm trying to get the collagen in my skin because at the minute I hate the way I look. This sounds really bad, but I'm having an absolute meltdown. I feel like I've hit 28 and I've been hit with the ugly stick. I don't know what's up with me. I just feel vile at the minute. But I feel like I've just aged. I'm really aging. And I just think, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But also I will go on to use as well the cosmetic consult pads, and I use them twice a week. I'd start off once and build your way up. I use them twice now. I use them on a Monday and to like start my week off, and then I use them on a Thursday because I know I'm going to be putting makeup on. That when I use them and then the next day I'm getting my makeup done, my makeup just goes on like an absolute dream. It's insane. They're so worth the investment. I think your skin is definitely an investment. So like I know there's a lot of products that are expensive. Don't get me wrong. There's some really good cheap alternatives, but I think you get what you pay for with skincare. And I mean the Medicube, that's all quite affordable. And so is Epion's, to be fair. And Sarah's products are really affordable too. But yeah, I just think, oh my god, like the difference. I need to find some pictures. You'll die. They were like boils, but then I'd also have like white lumps everywhere, and they were like little. But I was a really bad picker, so when I used to have anxiety, I used to pick my skin. Whereas now, I'm in a better place in my life and stuff. I just don't touch my skin, and that's another thing. Do not touch your skin if you get a spot. Just leave it. Get a spot patch, put it on, pop it on. But yeah, that's like that. I'd say that was my like skincare kind of journey. As I said, Ashley said it the other day on Nip and Tuck. You don't need a million products to have good skin. You don't. Less is more, and I think that's really important. Get regular facials. Don't touch your skin. Wear SPF, and just yeah, as I said, less is more. But thought I'd divulge into it a little bit there for you. And then obviously speaking on to like skin and the way I've just gone off on a tangent there and says I absolutely hate the way I look at the minute. I am having an absolute meltdown at the minute. I got, I'm trying to, I'm looking in the mirror now. I was doing my makeup before and I was like, and I actually messaged Ashley and was like, Ash, look at these pictures from when I'm getting my makeup done. Now, I know everyone's going to be like, you're fine. You shouldn't be promoting it, whatever. Look, like, it's literally, it's my skin. I'm on camera all the time. I'm getting my photos took all the time. As you probably won't believe it, but I am the most insecure girl ever. I nitpick at everything. Do you know, like when Jess is taking my photos, she's like, you are the worst person to get photos with because I hate every single one. I'm always like, no, don't like it, don't like it, because I'm just so insecure about the way I look. And I think that actually stems from probably school. As I said, like I was never like the fabulous friends. If I fancied someone, they didn't fancy me, they fancied me, me mate. But I mean, I've learned to live with it now, but obviously I do get treatments done, as we all do. Every girl does. But I had a treatment done at the beginning of this year, and it's ruined my under eye. And I keep seeing people getting it done, and I'm like, no. Basically, I'm looking at myself now, and I can see it now as I'm looking at myself. I had tear trough, and it's given me the deepest line there under my eye, but it's like a pocket and I can see it. And then I've also got a big fine line there. Now, I know I'm getting old. I'm 28, whatever. But I don't have it this side. So, like, that side's fine. This side, I'm like, what is that line? It's irritating the life out of me. So, I have actually booked in with someone and I'm going to see what my options are to get that fixed. Because, as I said, I am on camera a lot and I am getting my pictures took a lot. So, naturally, I'm going to be I'm gonna be self-conscious. I'm gonna be wary about what I look like and I'm gonna wanna look. No, I don't want me Instagram to look shite. So it's just keep on top of everything. And like, as I said, I've had a lot of things said about me, like coming off a TV programme, which is fairs. I actually I was on Snapchat yesterday and I got like a Snapchat memory and I was like talking to the camera and I had what were my lips? And I actually put it on my Snapchat and I was like, I deserve the shit that I got for them lips, you know? Why were they like bulging? They were so big on my face and I was like, that's not normal, not okay. But obviously since then I've had a lot of things dissolved, fixed, corrected. And then obviously I really, I feel like I get questions about my boobs. Honestly, I get DMs daily about them. And they are, I mean, I've spoken openly and honest about them ever since I got them. So, so let's talk about what I've properly had done. So, I had an uplift and an implant. I went to Dr. Resin Asab and I got a extra round, high profile, and I got 285cc. So basically, my implant, so normally you get implants and they're just two round, very round, and they're like a sausage patty. But instead of mine being like round, mine are more like a cone shape. Not like a cone. But so like the back is flat and then it goes more like that, if that makes sense. So it's not just flat, it's not a flat implant. It's got a shape to it. So it goes like that. And the reason why I had to get that done is because I'm so tiny and petite and I'm really narrow. It's like the doctor basically said if I just got like a normal implant I'd have a lot of side boob and I was like no, don't want that. And I didn't want great big massive boobs, but as I said earlier, when I was younger I grew these humongous boobs and it was from the pill. And as I've gotten older and like I've lost weight and you know the gravity is not on my side at the moment where I'm getting old, um they were saggy. They were just really like deflated. Like I remember going on a shoot with Janelle in Ibiza, and I said to her, like, I was dead self conscious. Like everything was making me sick. I was putting boob tape on and all that, And I remember saying to Alex, and I was like, look, and you could literally pull it. Or like if it bent over, it was like a fucking cow's udder. It was vile. So that was my decision to get them done. I didn't shop around. I just went straight to Dr. Nassab. He's done all my mates, and I love all my mates' boobs, and he is the best in the biz, in my opinion. But in terms of if I'd get anything else done, because that's people were saying to me like, "You getting anything else done?" Yeah, I am. I'm getting these fucking under eyes. I'm gonna have to get my under eyes done. I wake up in the morning and I look like 10 years. Honestly, I look 10 years older, and I think Ashley always talks about it. You've got to be so careful with filler. I've even had like I remember years ago. So let's talk about what I've had done. Obviously, I get my lips done. Botox, best thing ever. But I've changed my Botox because I used to love like a really high eyebrow lift like that. I don't anymore. I quite like it like just quite like flat. I don't know. My eyebrows when I was smiling was going like that. And it just didn't look right on pictures. One of my mates fellas actually said, Sam's done something to her eyebrows because she looks well better. And I was like, I've just stopped. Stopped with the Botox. I always get asked if I've had my nose done, but I haven't. You know, whenever I get my makeup done, people are like, have you had your nose done? No, I haven't. That's my own nose. I'm very proud of it. Then I've had, what have I had done? Tear off. I've had, I get like here done and here. I've got too much time on my hands, so I look at myself in the mirror and a nitpick. And I shouldn't. I need to calm down. But as I said, I'm getting fucking pictures all the time, and I'm like, oh. And if I feel bad about myself, it ruins me. It'll just ruin me day. It'll ruin me night out. I just am. Why am I so like I am? I'm really insecure. But that's probably come from past relationships. It can stem from like your teenage years. You know, it does all add up. But I feel like I need to stop because at the end of the day, I'm trying to be like, I'm all about body positivity. But I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm very insecure, and I think it's just one of them, isn't it? It's just, oh my god, I just don't know what's up with me. I just feel like I don't know whether it's the way I look at the minute, but this time of the year, and I don't know whether it's the same for everyone else. I'm always depressed at this time of year, and I don't know what's up with me. Like I can't put my finger on it. I've got no reason to be depressed, and I'm not moaning. This isn't me being a moaner at all. It's it's the passing of my granddad's death, like in a couple of days, and that for me already is like it's not the best. But I just think Christmas is it's a hard time for everyone. Like everyone goes through it. Everyone's got the struggles. You know, you have family members that pass away that they could have been here like last Christmas and now they're not here this Christmas. And I think it definitely ties into one. And it's just shit, isn't it? This time of the year, like, everyone's grieving someone, aren't they? And as I did mention earlier, I lost 3 friends in this space. I've never actually really spoke about this, but back from 2022 to 2023, I lost 3 really good friends of mine. They were all my age. They were all really unexpected deaths. And I think, honestly, that year changed me as a person. And I think when all that happened, it's like, you just think, don't you? Like, how do you just go on with normal life knowing that like that's happened? As I said, they were all really unexpected. They were all me really, really good friends. Grew up with them all, and like we've all lost someone. And I know that, but it was like not only when that happened, it was like I had a lot going on in my personal life as well as that. I remember when Rick died, but like I was splitting up with me ex, and I'd been bin bagged and sent to my mum's. And at that point in my life, I was struggling anyway with what I had going on with my personal life. And then like hearing that had happened, it was like you just you just think, why don't you? You all feel like a bit guilty because it's when all I don't know. I remember get where I was when I got told about every single one of them, and it'll stick with me for the rest of my life because, as I said, they were all unexpected. They were, you know what? None of them were sick. They were here one minute and the next minute they were gone, and you just don't expect it to happen to someone so young. And as I said, there was 3 of them in the space of 1 year. So it was like I was kind of like getting back to the swing of things, and then someone else had passed, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, how have I just lost 3 mates in the space of 1 year? And I remember when Liam passed. Liam was such a huge part of my life. We we've known each other since we were babies, like in nappies. Our mums were best friends. We lived facing each other across the road. His mum would take me to school every day. Obviously, our mums had spent a lot of time with each other, so me and Liam was, like, I remember on his birthday we'd go and watch Twilight. We went to Florida together. He was the year below me in school, so I had like a little bit of a protective instinct over him. And when I say now, when he was the nicest boy you will have ever met in your life. Like, I don't know if I knew I'd suck. I'm gonna speak about him. He come from an amazing family. He was never naughty in school. He was literally the golden child. And I remember, like, when, as I said, like, we used to go to Florida together, and like we'd go to. I remember, like, when we'd finish school, I'd text him every day, because I'd either walk home with the girls, or I'd text Liam and be like, on BBM, and be like, wait for me, I'll come home with you and your mum today. And then obviously we grew up. We went to sixth form, and he really like flourished as a person. And like seeing him, I used to bump into him on nights out and stuff like that. I remember, like, a funny story. I went to hide out in Croatia, and we went to we were staying in this big villa. So I was at the front of, like, the pool was at the front of the villa, and I remember sitting there sunbathing, and I seen this big car pull up, and a load of lads from Kirby got out, and I was like, hang on a minute. I was like, they're from Kirby. So straight away I've stood up. I was like, I'll know them. I like, they're all my age. So I've stood up and I've been like, who is it? And Liam just got out the van. And I remember being like, oh, fuck off. Because I was like, what are the odds of like us living next door to each other, and now next minute we're here and ours out together? Like, it was. And he texted his mum straight away and was like, you'll never guess who's here, Sam. And I remember thinking, we've gone from going to Florida together, and now we're in a rave and hard up in Croatia. And I remember seeing him. I remember one day, like, being outside the villa, and I was sunbathing, and everyone was asleep, and he's walked past, and he was like, what are you doing on your own? And I was like, sunbathing, everyone's still asleep. And then he texted me on Instagram, and he was like, this is the kind of person that he was. He was like, he texted me and was like, why are you sitting on your own? Come and sit with us. And I ended up going for a walk down the beach on my own. And I just think, like, that was the type of boy he was. He really was, like, he was just an angel. And I'll never forget getting the phone call that he passed. I was out. It's happened throughout the night. And I was out on a night out, and my mum's rang me, and so I've gone into like a little quiet place, and I was with all the girls, and I just dropped to the floor. I got carried out to wherever we was, and I was like, what? Because it's one of them, isn't it? It's like, what you mean they've died? Like, how? Yeah, it's a million things goes through your mind. But as I said, like, he was just the most amazing boy. He was brought up so well. No one has a bad word to say about him. And he literally was. He was just perfect. And it's coming up to his anniversary as well very soon. It will have been 2 years since Liam passed. And I still, when I'm in my mum's, I still expect him to walk past, because his mum lived there and then his nan lived right next door to me. So I still expect him to, like, walk past. And I just don't think I'll ever accept the fact that, like, I'm never going to see him walk past ours again, or I'm never going to see him again. But, like, I think them 3 friends passing away, honestly, it changed me as a person, because it made me I'd say it made me grow up a lot. And it made me realise, like, how short life is. Like, when all this was going on, I weren't a happy person in my life, and I remember thinking, like, if I don't get out of this situation now, like, I'm never gonna. And, like, I don't know. I just think this time of the year, this is so fucking depressing, but this time of the year for me, it's just been, it's just shit. And I can't shake out of it. And I don't know what's up with me. I have seen a couple of people speaking about it as well. And I think I know I'm not the only one, because obviously my mum's going to find it difficult. It's the anniversary of her dad passing away. So I know, I know, and there's going to be loads of families that can relate to it as well. And all the people that know, like my friends as well, we're all going through it. But yeah, I don't know what's up with me. I really don't. I just, even like, like, I feel like when my work life goes amazing, my personal life goes shit. I don't know why. It's like, I think I just get like really, I get really, really anxious. But I don't know why. I've got no reason to be. I'm fine. I'll be fine. You know, I've got amazing people around me. But I'm one of them people, me, like, I'll alter in. The only person, if I'm like really anxious or really stressed out, I'd say the only person that I'll go to is Alana. And I like speak to her about it properly. But I take a lot of things out on my mum, which I am really bad for. Like, and I shouldn't. She'll come in my room to like show me something, like a new top that she's got, or she'll come into me and she'll go like, "How do I fix this? I want some makeup." And she even says to me, she's like, "You're lying in the bed miserable," and I'm like, "I know," and then I'll just look at her and go, "Yeah, it's nice." And then I think the guilt that I get when I do that, like about an hour later when she's gone out the house, and I think I've just spoke to my mum terrible there, and I don't mean it. So mum, if you're watching it, I don't mean it. I think I just take it out on the closest people to me, as we all do. But it's just, yeah. And I think, you know, when I think about it, I think she probably feels the same as I do right now. Well, she will do. Like, it was her father. My God. It's because it's Christmas. It's like, and then my mum's going away, and I'm literally like, I'm going to be on my own for Christmas. I'm not going to be on my own. I'm not going to be on my own. I'm going to be with our April and Jamie, but in the sense, like, I'm going to be in the house on my own. And I'm like, not that my mum doesn't deserve an holiday. I'm just feeling that my mum's going on a Caribbean cruise, and I'm not.
Who's going to be doing the fucking conga?
I said to my mum, I went, "Mum, my mum will get flown overboard." She actually she'll get flung. Anyway, on a lighter note, how, by the way, is everyone feeling after that fucking Mercury retrograde? Because I love my star signs, right? I really do. But when I say 3 of my exes come back in the space of 2 weeks in Mercury retrograde, leave me alone. And I'm so, like, I kept seeing it on TikTok, like, your exes are going to come back, 3 of mine. 3! Guys, I'm not going to lie to you, I've got nothing to update you on. I actually don't. I feel like I've laid low for the past couple of weeks. Yeah, I've got nothing exciting to update you on. I'm still single. Still fucking, what is it? Still, what's the saying? Like, I'm still plodding along. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.